Hey there, Taylor. It's great to see you again and have you on Digital Rodeo once again. One of the things that came to mind was the differences creatively. How have you changed between your first release and this release?
Well, I think for the first release, I was very fascinated with writing songs about relationships and boys and love, and that hasn't changed at all. So that's very similar on this new record. But for the first album, I wrote every song on the album, but a lot of them were co-writes. The majority were co-writes. And then for this album, the majority of them are songs I've written by myself. So 8 of the 13 are songs that I wrote by myself, and I'm really proud of that. And as far as maturing, vocally, material-wise, lyrics-wise, I mean, it's like, I guess it's something that I didn't really think about while it was happening, but you can't help but get 2 years older and sound a little more mature, I guess. But I'm just really proud of this record.
And were there pressures that came about? Everyone talks about a sophomore,
Sophomore jinx, sophomore slump. Yeah, I mean, but I think that I've always worked really well with pressure. Pressure has always been something that has been sort of a fun challenge. I think that it would worry me if nobody really cared that we were putting out a second album and nobody was going, wonder if she'll fall on her face, wonder if it was a one album thing, I think it's really fun when people are watching to see what happens.
And if you don't mind, is there a time in the day or a time that you feel that you're at your creative best? Is there a moment where you wake up and feel it, or go to bed feeling creative? How does it work for you?
I think just naturally the moment in the day when I get the most ideas is when I'm about to go to sleep. Because from the time I wake up till that moment, I'm thinking about things nonstop. I'm thinking about what I need to get done that day. I'm thinking about what decisions I need to make that are going to affect the whole, everything. So before I go to bed, that's the one time when I'm just thinking about ideas, and stuff usually hits me then.
And what makes for a better song? This is something I was trying to find a unique way to ask a question. And what makes for a better song, falling in or falling out of love?
Falling out of love, definitely. Or when someone falls out of love with you and you have to deal with it, and all the things that go into that, all the different angles of that, all the different angles of a breakup. That's usually so interesting to me, that you can feel so many different ways throughout the day. You wake up and you feel one way, then it changes and you're feeling this way, and then it completely does a 180 and you feel that way. And I feel like that happens the most when you're going through a breakup.
If you could take a page from a sort of a hypothetical diary, pre-fame, pre-success, the first album. If you could take a page from your diary then and then a page from your diary now, what would be the difference? How would you have looked at fame before you ever got a taste of it, and how does it feel today?
Well, I think that I've always kept a diary. Mm-hmm. And I look back on it sometimes and I read pages of it where I was like, if I could just get a record deal, I wouldn't need anything else. I would never ask for anything else. I just want a record deal. If I could just get that would be awesome. And it's just so crazy how once you accomplish one goal, you replace it with a new one. You accomplish that goal, you replace it with a new one. You accomplish that one. And, my diary now, it's like, I feel like I'm the same girl, but with a completely different schedule.
Food you could eat every day.
Food I could eat every day. It changes. I go through phases where, I have a favorite thing. Like, for a while, it was Cracker Barrel, and I would go and get biscuits and apple butter and breakfast, no matter what time of day it was. And now it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. I'm completely obsessed with it.
That was my breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
And when I buy that, I'll buy boxes of it because I don't want to run out.
It can be breakfast and dessert.
Oh, it can be dinner.
It's whatever you want it to be because it's that awesome.
It's midnight good.
Yeah,
it's good. Cat guy or dog guy?
It depends. My cat's kind of awesome, but we have a love-hate relationship. Like, some days she just walks up to me and won't stop meowing, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you treating me like this today? Like, I don't need that from you." But then some days she's really needy and clingy and cuddly. So on those days I'm a cat person. But on the days when she's being really moody, I'll just go up to one of my dogs, and they're always happy. They're always like, "What's up?"
But as far as guys go, do you like guys that like cats or guys that like dogs?
Oh, I wondered why you asked cat guy, dog guy. I was like, I'm a girl, first of all, but
I can't dude you or guy you yet. I don't know you that well.
Man, hey. I think as far as guys, it's like I don't really care if they like dogs or cats. It's like as long as they're nice and funny and can make me laugh. You know, I think that it's more about that. It's like what their hair looks like or how they dress or what kind of car they drive or if they're a cat person or dog person. It really doesn't matter, because if there's that core sense of humor that's compatible with you and understanding and sweet and endearing, that, you know, you can put up with if they're a snake person.
And do you have one do-over at all at this juncture? You're still really young, but do you have one thing you could do over in your life, one thing you would love to do over?
I don't know. I think that, you know, the fun thing about that is that, you know, a lot of people would say, you know, I wish I hadn't dated him. I wish I wouldn't have dated him. But it's like, for me as a songwriter, you can have the most pointless relationship, and if you write a great song about it, it was worthwhile. So that's my favorite thing about being a songwriter. As far as my career, I wouldn't have done anything over. So I'm in a really good place. I'm really happy with the way things have turned out.
It's great to spend time with you. You're always wonderful, and I want to thank you very much from all the folks and fans at Digital Rodeo.
Thank you so much. It's good talking to you.